After exploring the incredible and somewhat terrifying underwater world of planet 4546b, I decided to explore the underwater world of our planet Earth. I can't wait to find out what type of creatures, leviathan or otherwise, await me beneath the surface. Today I will be exploring the earthly counterpart of 4546b's Creepvine forests and will be venturing into the kelp forests surrounding Lundy Island, one of Britain's main biodiversity hotspots. I'm going to be diving at the bay just next to Brazen Ward, on the east coast of the island. I've heard there are some very friendly medium-sized creatures prowling in these waters, and I can't wait to meet them. So let's just dive right into it.
I detect medium-sized carbon life forms in the area. Danger of cuttles. Proceed with caution.
There seems to be a bit of swell going on, and the visibility is not great. But hey, look at that! I can already see the kelp. This kelp looks a bit different from the Creepvine forest in Planet 4546b, but let's check them out. Kelps are large brown algae that make up the order Laminariales. The holdfast, a root-like structure, anchors the kelp to the substrate of the ocean. They grow in underwater forests and shallow waters with temperatures between 6 and 14 degrees Celsius. That's something different from Creepvine, because if I remember correctly, Creepvine forests prefer warmer waters, something like between 24 and 27 degrees Celsius. But well, continuing. They usually have a very high growth rate, with some species growing as fast as half a meter a day, ultimately reaching heights of 30 to 80 meters. Yeah, that's definitely like Creepvine. This kelp species, however, usually doesn't grow more than 3.5 meters. The Bristol Channel is home to two different kelp species, the warm water kelp Laminaria ocroleuca, that's difficult to say, and the cool water kelp Laminaria hyperborea. Creepvine is probably more similar to bigger kelp species, like for example the giant kelp, which occurs in the Northeast Pacific Ocean and the Southern Ocean. Oh, wait, hey, what is that? Is that... Wait a second. It's a gray seal. I was hoping to find some of those around here. Gray seals, just like all other seals, are pinnipeds, a group of widely distributed and diverse carnivorous marine mammals. Pinnipeds? I'm pretty sure that is the reason why pinnacarids in 4546b are called that way. Their body shape and behavior are quite similar to those of seals, so... And their multiple fins? They are very reminiscent of those of the extinct genus of Anomalocaridae. Pinnipeds plus Anomalocaridae equals pinnacarids. Back to seals. Gray seals are found on both shores of the North Atlantic Ocean. Whilst in the water, they can dive for up to 20 meters at a time in search of fish. Male gray seals, or bulls, have prominent Roman noses, which can help to differentiate them from the relatively straight-nosed female seals, or cows. Both sexes are vocal and are frequently heard snorting, roaring, and wailing. Besides vocal communication, there are indications that gray seals might also communicate by clapping their fins underwater. That's cute. Oh, hello, dude. Nice to meet you. Seals are also commonly known as the dogs of the sea, and honestly, it's not very difficult to understand why. I mean, look at this guy. What's up, dude? You're too cute. Ah! Where you at? Where you at, my dude? Aww. Sorry for that. Alright. Enough of that. And chill, Maria, and enough of seal cuteness. Let's keep on. At first sight, the only thing we can see here are kelp and seals, but I'm pretty sure that kelp forests harbor a wide variety of other fauna and flora, so let's look for it. Wow, look at this diversity of algae and possibly cnidarians and other animals, besides these little fish here, which unfortunately I can't scan. My scanner is, from first generation, and at that time they couldn't scan small fish. I don't know. Don't ask me. Oh, huh? Oh, hello. There's more kelp. Yeah. Sup, dude? See you later. What the hell is this? What is that? Is that hair? What is that? Oh, it's an hydrozoan. Obelia geniculata is a hydrozoan species of the Obelia genus. Hydrozoans are animals that belong to the phylum Cnidaria alongside jellyfish and corals. Who could imagine that these little hair-like structures are actually animals? Wait, who's pulling my fin? Of course it's you. Hello. How you doing? Don't throw me to the kelp. Okay, I'm already in the kelp, so it doesn't really matter. Hello. Yep, that's my face. Yep. You are very cute, but the show must go on. I'm sure there must be other types of cnidarians around. Let's see if I can find some. Oh, look, here we are. It really looks like the cotton anemone from the deep lily pad caves, doesn't it? Just smaller. And it is an anemone. The trumpet anemone is an anemone species typically found in cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean. It can reproduce sexually and asexually. Just like the hydrozoans, other cnidarians. Makes sense. Like many cnidarians, they rely on toxin-containing cells called nematocysts for protection and to capture prey. Their nematocyst injects a tubule of venomous substances as a response to a stimulus. But actually, one thing I find interesting is that all of these bentonic life forms in Planet 4546b are considered flora, whilst here on Earth, many of them are actually animals, so they would be categorized as fauna. Well, I guess life in both planets is a bit more different from one another than what I thought. There's another anemone just right there. The snake-lox anemone is found in the eastern Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. It has green tentacles due to the presence of green fluorescent protein, common amongst cnidarians. Just like shallow water corals, it has the symbiotic algae zooxanthellae living in its tissues. This symbiotic relationship is necessary for the long-term survival of the anemone. I think interspecies relationships like symbiosis, for example, are fascinating. It's incredible how different organisms evolve together to create these types of relationships. Even though it does make sense. I mean, they have evolved side by side over hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. So it's actually not that surprising that symbiotic relationships are common both on Earth and Planet 4546b. Just looking at us humans, we are dependent on our relationships with our microbiomes, with all the bacteria that live within us, for example. I've been seeing a lot of these red algae living on kelp, but like, what up with that? The types of Laminaria hyperborea harbor diverse epiphytes, like different species of red algae seen here. An epiphyte is an organism that grows on the surface of kelp and derives its moisture and nutrients from water or from the debris accumulating around it. Besides red algae, other Laminaria hyperborean epiphytes are barnacles, hydroids, like the hydrozoan we just saw, makes sense, ascidians, bryozoans, and gastropods. Looking at the Roman-shaped nose of this seal, I would say this is a male. But Nope. She want nothing with you. What you doing? Okay. As one does. Though, look at those dudes. That is one big sea urchin, man. Let's check it out. The common sea urchin is a species of marine invertebrate found in coastal areas of Western Europe down to a depth of 1,200 meters. It feeds on several different animals and algae, such as kelp. In a healthy kelp forest ecosystem, sea urchins are an integral part of it. However, if the ecosystem becomes unbalanced, sea urchin populations can explode and destroy entire kelp forests. Such was the case of purple sea urchins that boomed off Northern California in the US, decimating entire kelp forests and causing many other species to lose their habitat. Sea urchins usually boom when their predators decrease in numbers. This can happen due to overfishing of such predators or their prey, changes in water conditions, and pollution. Alright man, let's not let this happen here, okay? Well, at least here the sea urchin population seems to be present in, well, at least healthy numbers. I guess. Let's see this guy. This is the only species in the genus Marthasterias, and it is native to the eastern Atlantic Ocean. It can grow up to 70 centimeters, and like other starfish in the family Asteridae, Marthasterias glacialis is a predator and feeds mostly on bivalve mollusks and other invertebrates.
Attention. Oxygen.
Oh, seems like it's time to go back up. The organisms I saw and scanned today are only a small part of this incredibly rich ecosystem, home to numerous fauna and flora species. And honestly, interacting with gray seals in their natural environment was probably one of the most awesome experiences I have ever had. I know there are probably many other species I haven't seen, but I think I've seen enough to realize how diverse this ecosystem is. Even though creepvine forests in 4546b are equally amazing, they do not seem to be as biodiverse as these kelp forests here on Earth. Thanks for joining this adventure in our home planet, or not if you happen to be from somewhere else. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what other ecosystems on Earth have in store for us. Have a great one, and earthly salutations to you all.
Smash that like button.